Where are we today on 1st April 2020? The expected announcement on the stimulus package for SMEs was not forthcoming. As we waited and waited, and it's now 9 p.m, and I suspect there will not be an announcement after all. April Fool. While we are seeking financial assistance for SME in business, let's not forget the professionals in practice, the likes of accountants, lawyers, architects, engineers, including hair salon, barber shop, hey, I need a haircut, among many others. As an entrepreneur tax accountant and a trusted advisor to these SME businesses, we accountants, including lawyers, are at the forefront to lend support by lending our SME clients to apply for any financial support being made available by the government, and at the same time raise a voice for the SMEs when financial assistance is desperately needed. Running an accountancy professional practice is like everyone here in the SME environment. We too have running costs, and being a professional firm, our highest cost is wages and salaries costs, which to many practitioners can be as high as 75 to 80% of all expense costs, and this is a major predator of our bottom lines. Not only the small and medium practitioners are affected, but to a certain extent the bigger player, the like of Ernst & Young, Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, or even BDO. One needs to be mindful that the professional practices, especially accountancy, including legal firms, are already affected since the economic slowdown as early as last year, coupled with the Covid-19 pandemic early this year. The client base of these practitioners has been shrinking. To rub salt into the wound, the professionals are the last in the payment chain, and if SMEs are suffering from severe cash flow problem, guess who are the most to suffer? The accountants. The wage subsidies of $600 per month for 3 months for those employed in the private sector is of little help, considering that many stringent conditions are attached with it. Besides, many of the key employees earn above $4,000, hence they do not qualify. What about the young startups? How then can they prove that their earnings have been reduced by 50% since January 2020, when this young startup may have just started some months back with heavy financial commitments? I would have thought the wage subsidies of $600 per month should be across the board for all employees and be extended to at least end of the year, bearing in mind that these professional service businesses can only pick up over the next 6 to 9 months, and most importantly, without any of these stringent conditions attached to them. We do hope the government will consider allocating a wage subsidies to all SMEs, including professional practices, with a range of, say, 75 to 80% in view of the none or very low trading activities. We understand the government has relented to allow employers and employees to mutually agree a pay cut in order to keep their jobs, and this is important under this crucial time where both employers and employees need to play a reciprocated part to make sacrifices. We do hope the government will issue a directive that allows business owners to a waiver of EPF contributions for a limited time period of say 6 months effective March 2020 instead of the payment deferment options, bearing in mind that this waiver is of no cost to the government. If possible, similar waivers of all statutory payments, the like of SOCSO, ERS, and SST, to allow businesses to gain traction once the MCO period is over. At the same time, the tax authority, being one of our biggest stakeholders in our businesses, should seriously consider a reduction in tax rates by as much as 30%, using Thailand as an example for year of assessment 2019 and year of assessment 2020 immediately, to allow for the past 1 year's profit tax to be retained to assist with cash flows. Not that many of these business owners are making profit during the COVID-19 pandemic. Allow revision of tax estimate CP204 to a lower tax amount instead of the maximum revision of no less than 85% of the previous year's tax. Speaking on behalf of all fellow professionals, we do hope the government will uphold its slogans of "No one will be left behind." Thank you.